Thanks, Josh. Yeah, welcome to Free Laundromat, hosted by me, the Danny D'Angelo, the self-proclaimed king of laundry. Trying to mess with all these buttons on my own sometimes dicks me up, so sorry, everybody. All I was saying was, and there's no script here ever, you guys know that, what we're going to do, something a little bit different in the beginning, we're going to play around and play one of my short playlists. Mostly because I consulted with someone this morning on my real live telephone, and he said, I didn't know that about you. He didn't know that I've been buying gold for years. He didn't know that my daughter's wife and I travel to Aspen every year. I have this, couple playlists there. I like to post some fun stuff. What's the point of having laundromats or any successful lifestyle or successful business if all you do is focus on that thing? If your vacations become that, trip to Orlando to go to the clean show, good God, help me. Nothing wrong with Orlando or the clean show, but if that's considered a vacay for you and your family, do something different. So we're going to do quite a bit. The reason I had the mute on is I want to play something for you guys, and here it comes. First, I'm going to get rid of this screen, continue to talk to you and show you those lifestyles. I think you'll get a kick out of it. If you would, go ahead and comment on the videos as they play. I would get a I think I'll keep my mouth shut, though. We'll see what happens. Our business here in Znazmo, Czech Republic is done, and it's early. So we've decided to extend my bracelet collection. This is kind of my thing. Croatia, Prague, Spa, Belgium, Monaco, Venice, Italy, Budapest, Hungary, Aspen, Zermatt, Switzerland. So why not add to that list? We're gonna head to Vienna. It's only an hour and 10 minutes away according to the map. Let's go to Vienna. This is the summer home of the royals of ancient Vienna, and I'll tell you what, I don't think even I have enough to park in this courtyard. This has got to be 12, 15 acres of just beautiful cobblestone, and this is just the parking lot. Once there was nothing on our 151 acres. I built this house, and then you need a place to wash your hands after you're done shooting on the range. So Jesus provides rain.
Hail Messiah! I'm not the Messiah!
And the rain goes into these cisterns, and they hold the rain, and then the rain comes out here. Jesus also provides solar power.
Hail Messiah!
So there's 110 converted from 12 volt, and here we have a pump plugged in, so you need electric and water, and you can scrub your hands. And it drains right into nature again, so Jesus provides. I put these drains in here so that when it's winter time, when you're not using it, you open both drains, and it will also run the pump, so you can connect a hose on the positive side. So you'll have serious hose pressure on that. Once there was nothing, I am Jesus.
All right, I am the Messiah! He is the Messiah! Now, fuck off!
Aspen, Colorado, and one of the strangest dichotomies that I see here, people on buses, a lot of middle and upper class folks would never find themselves on public transportation. You're likely exactly the same. Maybe the last time you were on a bus was when you were a kid in grade school. But here, there is the power of 4 mountains. We have Aspen Mountain, the locals call it Ajax. We've got Snowmass, which has tons of terrain. We've got Buttermilk, where they hold the X Games, where the kids. You guys tell me, how many of you that join in and tune in for the lives have seen these short videos? Tell me in the comments. I'm really wondering. I don't get into the whole internet thing and play around with this stuff. My impetus for Free Laundromat is to make sure that you guys and I are literally literally don't go out and buy a laundromat. If you want to get into the business, I truly want to make sure that you do it properly, that you do it to begin with through a lease negotiation, and we know that. By the way, on this call, we're going to get to one of those particular calls in a minute in Kansas. Come on, guys, hit me with the comments. Are we enjoying watching the lifestyle pieces? Let me know. Thanks, Josh. Josh is a big fan. He watches them all. I'll rewind this a little bit for you.
They hold the X Games, where the kids and I are headed to today, and Highlands, which is sort of known as the local spot. When it's really busy, everybody goes there. These buses run from Basalt, and they constantly run every 2 or 3 minutes all the way around the mountain, and they're absolutely free. The odd part is you might find yourself a multi-millionaire many times over who's got a $17 million home on the mountain, and you're sitting right next to someone who works in the local t-shirt shop or the kitchen where you have lunch. God bless America.
This has happened to me before, so I know the absolute relief. You know, you're running a chainsaw on your acreage and you get this instant black nail syndrome. My whole entire thumb is hard to the touch and I could barely sleep. There's a quick fix that's going to make you feel so much better. All you need is a nail and a blowtorch and your BOD tool. You want it to be blunt? I'm very blunt. Everybody knows that. Instant relief from depression. There it is. Oh, God. It automatically feels better. No anesthesia. If you've ever had an ingrown toenail, and the doctor pops it out, it's the same feeling. I've had these squirt before. Thanks for joining me.
Why? Why is Aspen so exclusive and so expensive? 4 reasons. The 4 mountains. There's Aspen Mountain, Snowmass Village, the Highlands, and Buttermilk. Buttermilk is where they hold the X Games. It's famous for that. Aspen is where the rich and famous play. Snowmass is a family mountain, and Highlands is for the locals. When you come here, you can jump on a bus absolutely free and ski 4 mountains in 4 days, or you can ski 4 mountains in a day if you wish. The terrain is different, the vibe is different, but yet here you are in Aspen. Now, the exclusivity. You're flying in here in a private jet, or you're not flying in at all. And some days it's socked in. So if you come in and you got to get back to the JOB on Monday, you better double think, because you might not be getting out.
People laugh at me, oh, you wear all those silly bracelets. A lot of them fall apart and fall off my wrist. That's why I don't have that many. Croatia, Barcelona, Venice, Kauai, Aspen, Budapest. This is just from this year. My wife and I go diving off the coast of France in Nice, and I get a shark's tooth and I put it on a bracelet. This is what I do because the Laundromats built that lifestyle for me, because I penciled it out on day one. I said, I'm not going to work in this place. All right. That's enough of that crap. That is enough of that crap. Let's get back to some laundry stuff, but I want you kids to jump into the comment sections, right? That's what you have to do for me. You got to jump into the comment sections. Is it just that you don't like me? Is that what it is? I want to know. Your comments, at first I started off with shitty sound, so my apologies. I fixed that. Try not to be an idiot. We fixed that. Thank you, Joshua, for being Johnny on the spot. I wouldn't have known otherwise. He loves me. I love you. Lee says, yo, Danny. Good evening. Yes, it probably is good evening there. Hola, Marta. Freedom, says Joshua. Candace, hey, Danny, hello. Candace, I'm sorry. I make myself too busy. I intend to reach out to you with an email. And that's not about the laundromat stuff. Otherwise, I would have answered her instantly. I've seen them, says Josh, referencing my lifestyle pieces. Marta says she sees some of them. Well, you know, a fan is a fanatic, and I don't expect any of you to be fanatical. But A real fan, Marta, would have seen them all, right? Love watching the portfolio cover. Oh, Carl likes watching that. There you go, Carl. Just for you, buddy. I'm enjoying your videos. Thank you, Jorge. Seen them all, says Rich Rod. Good man. Vanessa from Dallas says, thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Those are all on my channel. Just a lot of people don't know where to find them. My laundromat business will allow me to create a list of things I want to share with family and friends. That is true, Vanessa. That is true. Where are you at in your journey, Vanessa? What have you done? I got some work to get to, I must admit. Then we're going up to the property where I do continue to work. Answering some texts. Sorry. Not sorry. All right. KC.
Mr. Danny.
Say hello to YouTube and then say hello to me in that order. And then tell me what we're doing today.
Hey, tubers. All dozen of you.
That's really mean. That's terrible. What does virility mean anyway? There's 14 people on here, by the way, fucker.
Well, they'll get the message then.
Yeah. No, you discounted it to 12.
Oh, dang.
I don't know why.
Bakers.
When I do lives on Tuesdays, there will be a lot more people. Very strange. All right, I'm listening. What are we doing?
So we're hoping to get a hold of the landlord and hash through the hopefully last parts of this lease. Everything looked good. Obviously, there's the lease deposit question, and then a few others. I'd sent you the email about just some highlights. I think if you forced my hand, I'd sign it as is, but
I know.
I'm trusting your process.
That's very common. You know, this lease is so good. I don't want to rock the boat. They're giving me an incredible rate, but that's a negotiation. That's, in a nutshell, the negotiation is, well, I really want this thing. So I'm willing to pay a little bit more than I think I even should pay for this thing, whether it's a Corvette or the business. But you'll never know what they want to do on the other side. How far are they willing to go?
Yeah.
Well, that's what a negotiation is. And whomever pretends like they know better what the other one's thinking is usually going to win. There's no such thing as win-win. Somebody has to lose. Someone has to give up ground, land, blood, or treasure.
Could be win and not win as much.
Yeah, I mean, these are the standard bearer language that people use. It's a win-win. Let's run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. I mean, you know, no thanks.
Circle back. No.
Circle back. Fuck does that mean? All right, send that email again right now because I'm sitting here trying to figure out which one it is.
Oh, buddy.
No?
It was on the 2nd, if that means anything. Let me try to get to it.
Means something to somebody. Oh, your email address is Swim Laundromats. There it is. All right. I have it.
Okay.
This is the lease. I see your first concern is the security deposit. Any part of the security not used. Yeah. You're going to give it back in 15 years with clean drapes. And it's $1,300. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the purple? I can't even read what that says.
When I pull it up, I'm on my phone, of course. When I pull it up, I honestly don't remember that was. It was just a question for me to look. That's why I did a different color, for me to do some research. So disregard. Really, the two main things were if he was going to provide any like dumpsters for the common area,
Yeah.
or if I had to provide my own, and the restroom. When he initially gave back his lease proposal, it included providing an ADA restroom, but this does not have that on there.
Okay, so he didn't line through the restroom provision, right?
No, correct.
But he might not have noticed it. So I want to ask him about the restaurant provision, and the thing that you highlighted in purple that I can see on my computer: cost of tenants, cost of taxes, insurance, common area maintenance by the percentage of square feet. Tenants lease. So that's standard stuff.
Yeah, but that was do I need to see that to make sure he's not
because in my experience, if you'll get an accounting of it every year. You know, a guy like this that's charging 50 cents a square foot is not going to charge you $4 a square foot for your common area insurance. And you can see state, city taxes.
Yeah.
He'll show it's the biggest pain in the ass as a landlord, but he'll show you the accounting. They're not just going to tell you it's this amount. It's not going to be anything outrageous.
He spells out the CAMs in Article 7, what they are and what they per month. So I know it's within reason. I just didn't know if we needed to request to see them before anything happens.
Yeah. Under Article 10, you're highlighting a bunch of stuff: windows and window frames and molding, lighting, electrical fixtures and wiring, including ballast.
So I think that was initially before I read through Article B was him doing the drop ceilings and lights. Does that include?
He left a bunch of stuff in the boilerplate here. So that's good, because I'll just tell him, hey, we're going to send this. Casey's going to send this back to you, and some of the stuff is just, you know, in the standard boilerplate lease, it says that we're responsible for the stuff, which we will be ongoing, but he's saying that he's going to take care of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So really, without your help, because I'm not going to go into the document where you can type. You can certainly send me a text if there's something horrible. It's just...
that's not a problem.
Yeah, it's just, hey, everything looks great. Let's get this thing signed. What was the other small thing? So I can lead with a small thing.
The waste was the small thing, and
Those are trash
the
cans.
Yeah.
Does he?
There's a couple national in
God
there,
damn
so
it.
there may already be dumpsters.
Yeah. I was going to say, does he already provide them? Do you already see some in there?
Not on my half of the storefront, but I did not go around to the backside of the other national chains over there.
Okay. Well, that's too far anyway. So will he be providing a dumpster for the laundry? Well, and I've heard this before more than once from landlords. Well, how much trash could a laundromat make? Oh God, a lot. you know that. Just the clothes that we need to throw away for the people leave behind is preposterous.
Really?
Those dryer sheets stack up, buddy. You want us just to burn them? All right, so I'm going to lead with the small thing about the dumpster and finesse my way into, and it looks like your lease has a deposit. My record will be perfect on no deposits ever. Yeah,
I believe you, and I believe in you.
Stop it. Your style of humor does not impress me because it is my own. All right, kids, I know that we're just over here doing business, and this is real, right? This is real business being done in real time with actual real phone calls to landlords. Who else does this? No one. No one.
The exhibit B at the bottom are all the things he's going to provide.
Okay. So he's aware of all that, I'm sure. I don't think it is basically saying the same thing, that moving forward after he provides all the TI money and he fixes everything, then you'll be responsible for said things.
One other thing on the laundry equipment section of the exhibit B, in the proposal, he said he would leave anything if I chose to keep it. I don't anticipate keeping anything, but should we ask for it just in case?
Yeah, I'd want him to leave everything, because he's not going to go roll his ass in there and do it, and whomever he hires might start doing damage. So just have him leave it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say that too. It's not going to be him being dainty.
I can't see the equipment from the storefront, and so he may have already got it taken care of.
Yeah, it's
but it all back behind the wall that I can't see through.
All right. I'm calling the landlord's realtor, Jim.
He is both the realtor and the landlord.
Okay. First number on the document. All right, off we go. Stand by. This is where you subscribe, you louts. Don't miss this type of action. Action-packed.
This is Jim.
Hey, Jim, Danny, staring at this laundromat lease. Casey and I going over. How are you, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Never felt better, never had more. My phone's acting silly. You with me? Jim.
You still there?
Yep. All right.
Got
So not a lot to discuss. It's not like we have to go through a red line process here with the lease, but one question we had, there are no dumpsters on our end of the property. Are you going to be providing another dumpster as part of the common area maintenance?
Those have always been handled directly by the tenants, and I don't know if the city does trash service or if it's all private contractors.
Okay.
So there used to be one there, and whoever did the service came and got it. So
yeah. Okay. So we're going to be responsible.
You can call City Hall and ask them if they do it or who they recommend.
Yeah, good. Hold on one second. This is why my phone's acting silly. Hold on. Merging. All right, I'm with you, Jim. Okay, we will take that, and yeah, I'm hoping obviously it's not an additional charge, but if you don't do that and it's not part of CAMS, so be it. Another thing, we're going to send you back this. It's not really red lines, but we've highlighted some. How do I put it? Some of the articles regarding what we are responsible for moving forward are also same set items that you're going to be taking care of in the beginning, such as, lighting and glass, et cetera, because we're going to take the, right. So I know you know that, and this is part of the boilerplate lease, and we do go over it with a pretty fine tooth comb. And at the end of the day, I've done so many of these, I don't really want to spend the money on a lawyer for sure. So we have to look at it pretty carefully. And maybe we just put an addendum that those are items moving forward. And you did add your work, but you didn't add anything about an ADA compliant restroom. Are you working on the restroom for us?
I think I forgot about that when I was writing this up. So
Okay.
that was our plan, is to provide an ADA.
Enough said. Enough said. We can put
Yeah.
that in the. And last thing, again, looks like boilerplate. You've got a lease deposit here. It's a small deposit, but we'd like you to scratch the deposit. As for us as an industrial business, we're coming in here spending probably close to $400,000. It's no slap in the face that you want deposits from tenants who are coming in short term, but we're not going to return this place with clean drapes and carpets. So we always like to start with your work, our work, and obviously it looks like boilerplate. But if you would line through the deposit, Casey comes and signs this thing ASAP.
Okay, well, we'll need some financial information just
Of course.
make sure you guys are solvent and have the cash to do
No
this.
problem.
If we're going to spend $50,000 to get our end of it done, we'd like to make sure you guys.
We'd
are
love
ready
to have
go.
you come and look at existing locations as well. So we'll put that together if you care to spend a couple of weeks looking at our stores. All right, good. I'm glad to speak to you once again, and our door's always open. As I said, you coordinate with Casey and we'll get this thing signed. Thanks, Jim.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cheers. It's a lot harder when you're trying to scratch a $50,000 deposit when you get to that moment and you say your piece. But part of the psychology is, right, start with a small thing. What about the dumpsters? And he said, basically, I don't pay for them. I don't know if you missed that because I dropped you. But
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, and I want to tell you, it really doesn't feel any different when it's $1,200. It's the same sort of heart palpitation where you say, well, we're not going to give you any money. We're not going to come in there. Imagine your first apartment or the first car you ever rented. You have to use a debit card to rent a car until you get the gold card, right? I mean, they want to make sure you have money in your account. It's a weird thing. You can't just go rent a car. You can't just go stack the thing up. And I don't have insurance on my rental cars no matter where I'm at in the world, because I'm like, no, I use a gold card. If anything happens, it's on the card. It's automatic. I know that. Back then, I didn't know. And you just kind of give them the money. And whether it's, again, typically these deposits are in the tens of thousands of dollars, but you can watch my live videos and I can yet again rubber stamp. I say the thing, I shut up. All I want him to hear is silence. And that's harder on them than it is us. And he just, all he said is, I got to see financials. All right. Yeah. Great. I don't know. That's a given anyway. With some landlords, I don't think that was a trigger for him to say that. It's just, well, do you think we don't have the money? I'm not going to be a dick to this guy because I mirror people. Yeah. He's a cool guy. He talks a little slower, a little quieter. I'm going to do the same thing. And if he was some New Yorker, he's fast talking, he was trying to give me shizzy, and he says, well, we're going to have to see financials. I said, oh, you didn't think I don't have $1,200? Wipe my ass with $1,200 bills. You prick.
So, what's the steps to that? Him seeing whatever financials need to be seen.
He's got to ask for it. But he might not, knowing him, he might not even do that. He says, I've got to spend $50,000. Yes, he's investing $50,000 in you, and you're investing nothing, right? That's the real deal. Yeah. But he would have, let's be honest, he would have had to spend the $50,000 no matter what type of tenant comes in, unless it's a complete idiot. Unless the previous tenant would have sold this laundromat, then what? Oh, they sold the store to a moron for $300,000. Guaranteed they would have paid first and last month's rent and a deposit and probably paid twice what you're paying because they don't know any better.
Yeah. I did do some more research after we talked last week, and in our area, there's all the small town. You're from ABC. Yeah. And it's Facebook page and tons of comments about him being slumlord and overcharging rent and never works with the people and everything else.
I love that.
I'll never unless I have to, but so far so good.
Well, you know why that's funny to me? Because if he deals with someone ignorant of the process, and ignorant doesn't mean stupid, if he deals with someone who's a good dentist or a great dog groomer or has 37 cousins that want to do nails, they might have a great business plan, but they don't know anything about leases. The difference is with you, i.e. me and our team, when we made the call, he knew right away, like, well, I'm not going to try to run roughshod over this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And those folks that go online or go to Reddit and start bitching about a landlord, come on, give me a break. That's just silly. He's a slumlord. That's not a nice word, even though I use it quite often. All right.
For those out.
So you're done. I mean, all it took was a 2-minute phone call to say X, Y, and Z, and you got yourself probably another $5,000-$10,000 in restroom, and that's it. You know, at the end of the day, I want you to keep me/us in the loop. It's odd to me when we get to this point and I don't even get a photo of the handshake or the. You know, I know it's awkward to go in and say to the landlord, "Hey, let me get a picture," especially when you're a high roller with so many locations, right? I mean, this is your second free laundromat, but keep in touch. I mean, you know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to help you if it's 5-6 years from now, referencing, you know, a break-in that's got you all down because it's Christmas Eve. Well, that's when people break in. That's when the dopers need the money. They got to buy Christmas presents too, believe it or not, or get themselves something nice. What else? Questions?
I mean, redline, send lease back to you, or am I just redlining it and addendum sending it to him?
Yeah, just send it to him. Add ADA compliant restroom talk. Put a line through the. Yeah, I'd do it in a couple minutes, and then, you know, very very rapidly go into a discussion of when you can get in front of him and sign, because we talked about a commencement date of what, 11/1.
November 1, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So you want to quickly hit him with a date for that, and we'll see. I think that I don't think we're going. I would say, hey, if you want to see my closest location, you know, here's an address, and have him put. Now you're putting the ball in his court in a way, right? Go look at this. If he does drive by the store to see what type of operation you run, he probably won't bother with wanting to crawl up your ass, and that doesn't matter anyway. Personal P&L statements are a joke. There's no proof in the pudding. If he sends you an app and wants to see your credit score, that's different. But you're the sole, you're the one signing this thing. It's really a big, giant congratulations. That's what it really is, once again. And I know you've been through it before, so your heart's not palpitating. You're just counting more money. Right?
I certainly accept it. That is fact.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to put fucking words in your mouth. How do you feel, Casey? Compared to your first free laundromat?
I'm more excited about this one than I was nervous about the other one, because the other one's a little bit smaller. It's on the low end of your specified
parameters,
machines. For now, I'm working to build that up. But this one's going to be exciting, like legit exciting, because it's the only one in the town. It's got the size. It's going to be a good one.
Today is Wednesday. Last week.
You know what today is? Today is my anniversary, of all things.
Your anniversary? What'd you do?
That's correct.
What's his name?
I came to my job. Hope to never come back. I signed a laundry lease.
Your anniversary of what?
Of my wedding, my wedded wife.
Okay, I thought. Okay, congratulations. What was I going to say? Oh, so you are lease number 3 in 2 days, signed, sealed, delivered, and it was 6 last week. So that's down from, no, that makes 1 a day for the last 9 business days. Not too bad. Yeah, man, it's a lot. And, you know, I want to congratulate you, honestly, for being a hard charger. I don't mean that you get on the phone and you scream and yell or you jump up and down, but you do the work, right? You find the prospects, you put them in front of me. I would love to do this again. You know, the way that I work is it's a very, very small fee when you get to this point, but I'm not going anywhere. Whether you want me to continue to make calls or not, I'm saying this to you, and it's sincere, obviously, and I'm saying it to the cheap seats on the YouTubeinator, that I talk to decades-old clients when they have a laundromat, right? there's no expiration to my consultations. So obviously they have a laundry, they've gotten into it. Many of them, they do another lease themselves, or they bring me on board,
Yeah.
or they do 2 or 3 other leases, and I find out years later. But when they do have a real question, maybe they're going to CLA meetings, or maybe they're watching me on lives. I don't know. 21 years I've been doing this shit. Consulting, not just owning. I could lie and add to that by how many years I've had stores, right? But no, not really my thing. When I see
Well,
someone,
you do like
what's that?
add all of their keys over the years, and then you could say you got thousands of years.
Yeah. But I see through. I love politics. I enjoy world events, and when I'm watching someone lie, it's just so blatantly obvious. There's no, I mean, there are folks that are good at it, but they're probably murdering people in their basement. So this is something that is always going to come back and bite you. And I've told folks, my impetus for doing anything in my life, as bad as it is probably the hatred for the other people that are doing it wrong. Whether it's the industry or now this interjection of these fake gurus, which, no, I'm not going to hit the button. This is a real thing. I'm passionately angry about it because I talk to the people that have given $10,000 to these folks, and they say, "Oh, I'm ghosted. I can't." Well, I'm like, well, why aren't you holding up your phone and making a YouTube video about the realities of this? And that's the thing. The is what lets those people proliferate and continue to legally steal money. If I put a window washing commercial on the local radio station, right, I have to say, results not typical. But on the internet, I do whatever I want until I get caught. If you see a 20-year-old kid who says he, she, they, them are running laundromats and want to teach you how to buy laundromats, okay. Sadly, that algorithm is providing their presence into your universe because they pay for the adverts. That's the difference. So now you see that ad, you give them $300, $10,000, and then you start to be suspect. Well, oh, wait a minute. I thought I was going to be talking to he, she, they, them, and now I'm looking at nothing but others in a group chat, right? Imagine if all I did was put up this chat and you guys get to talk to. I get mad when you talk amongst yourselves. You know me. I'm like, hey, stop talking over there. I'm the one in charge of this discussion. But I've heard it again and again and again. So it's not just one person saying, oh, I'm disgruntled. I don't like McDonald's. I got bad service. No, it's everyone to a T being misled. And look, I don't want to name names because I don't need the added pressure of having feuds. There are 2 other individuals who've made, they went on YouTube and then they instantly made hit pieces about me. They kept them up. They're still there because they were so sick and tired of people reaching in and saying, what about Danny? What about Danny? Well, what about him? Let me make a video to show the world. Let me pull back the mask.
He was mean.
Please. Yeah. I love Marcus Lemonis's new show. I watched his old show, some of his podcasts. I like the guy. But my wife and I were watching this episode about a dog groomer, and Marcus, he shakes hands nice. He hugs everybody. He's a really thoughtful, intelligent guy, and he's nice and he's kind. I'm more Chef Ramsay, right? I mean, I'm screaming at the TV, and he's over here giving people a percentage of their businesses back. And the world continues to spin no matter what. I have folks telling me, hey, I love you for who you are, but those same people really get freaked out when I say, hey, are you going to fill out the fucking document or what? You know, I mean, oh, don't worry, Danny, I'll never let you down. I'm not upset. I need to move on, right? I need to work with people like Casey that are serious about doing this properly and doing it again and again. I can't ever tell who they are, right? I don't know. We have phone conversations, but you are one of them. So congratulations twice over. Nothing's free.
I appreciate it. Yeah, correct.
Nothing's free. Let me know the very minute you sign that thing. And maybe send me a little text with a couple of words, and then I'll put it in my ass. All right, I'll talk to you later. Let me know what happens.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
That means a lot. Bye. I don't charge enough for this lease negotiating service, period. But I was going to say, I don't charge enough for it to be helicopter on a hill, yacht in the harbor, 150, right? I took my exit from this industry and built that empire properly. But my impetus for staying in this and staying here for you is knowing exactly what would happen if I leave. Very quickly, I would be forgotten. The algorithms would smooth out. The reason there's 22 people watching this and I get 1,000 views typically on my channel is because I don't advertise. I don't spend that money. And if you think I'm wrong, get over yourself, because that's the truth. I know whom I'm preaching to, you guys, the choir. You have a very different feeling in your gut when you hear someone like Casey. From the inception, we've been following him. Whether I'm in a t-shirt in the middle of the week or on the phone on a Sunday, we've been hammering this lease out for, I think, about a year. This is his second free laundromat. It's a real thing. He will now bring in the distributors and get it retooled like he did with his other store, and he'll make real money. Real money. You heard him in his own words. I'm more excited about this than I was scared about the last one. That's a great quote. If I still cared to go on my website and put quotes in there, which I don't even do anymore. Again, it just all seems so cliche and salesy. You heard him say that live, so shouldn't that go on my website? Maybe. Probably. When you're on here, I want you guys to do me a favor, right? I don't care if you like and subscribe, but I want you to chat. I want you to jump into the chat. There's 21 people here now, and that feeds me. It means the world to me. So if you're here, I want to make it easy on you, all right? Just tell me your first name, your pet's name if you have one, and what state that you reside in. Now, there's a bit of a delay, so I'll wait. And some of you are on an even longer delay. If you come into this late and then you go to the beginning, we're not going to have 25 people. I want to see 25 comments. What's your first name? What's your pet's name? If you have one, otherwise omit that. And what state? Casey, thanks all. Casey's in there thanking everybody and for the congratulations. Lee, these landlords need to answer the phone, damn it. They'd be knowing the laundromat be bad. They'd be like, they scared to negotiate. We get them on the phone. Be great. Yes. Well, that's the beginning of it. We have to get them on the phone. Senor Pedromo, doesn't that mean cigar? Jorge from Texas. Hey, Jorge. No pet, Jorge? You don't have a dog, a cat, a cow, a fish? What's your truck's name, Jorge? I assume you have a truck. My pickup truck is going to be in Recoil magazine probably next month. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? Vanessa in Georgia, no pet. Patrick is in California. That's 3. Lee here, no pet, Tennessee. Lee, you got a new baby. Come on. All right, that's worse than a pet. That's a lot more money. Sibat from Georgia, hello. Am I saying that right, Sibat? Jorge has no pet. Oh. My poodle's name is Stalin. We name all of our tiny toy poodles after dictators. I'm getting in my thing. Marcus in Texas. Man, none of you guys have any pets. Franmi, Pedromo. Now, that's not Franny. It's Franmy. Franny in New Jersey. Huh. Joshua here. My dog's name is Kiki. Cute. I'm in the Communist Socialist state of Washington. Dog is German Shepherd and a Formosan Mountain Dog. Is that a different thing from a German Shepherd? I don't know. All right, well, this was supposed to be a fast-paced, rapid, all 25 of you. So if you're watching this video and it is not live, still answer for me. First name, pet's name, what state? Yet another successful lease. This is a real thing. Let me give you some marching orders, right? Get the silly course. For you, not for me. Do it for you. I doubt that anybody's on here watching this because I'm that funny or entertaining. I know I'm both, but not that. Kill shot. Marta says Casey and Jamie from Rhode Island. What? You're from Rhode Island and you have 2 dogs. Okay, I think I know what that means. Mike from Boston. My cat's name is Celeste. She has no ears. Oh, well, that's cute. Do you mean that figuratively or literally? Yes, Danny, cigar brand. Yeah, I knew it. Pedromo brand. Delicious. Any relation? I need some cases of cigars. I was saying, I still have more phone calls to make. I want you all to do one thing for me. If you're serious about owning a laundromat, send me an email if you need any help. I'm not just going to say, get my silly course, but if you don't have it, I should. If you've seen it, hit the consultation button. Let's get on a call. It's that easy. Believe it or not, I charge a small fee and you get my cell phone number for life. Ciao.